Hey guys, welcome to GJBricks. I'm Greg. Now I am going to do something that you all know I am a big fan of and I haven't done for a while, and that is Lego trains. Now I have been wanting to do some custom mock work in this area for a while, and I originally set out to actually build a cargo container, like one of those box cars of my own design. There's lots of designs out there. I just wanted to have a go at doing my own one, but in doing that I then started building some cargo, and I haven't actually gotten around to building the carriages. I just ended up building some cargo, which I have to say was an awesome amount of fun. So I thought I'd share with you what I've done here. I'm just going to run through them quickly and then I'll go through them in a bit more detail. So over here we've got our standard kind of shipping container. This is actually an 16 by 6 wide container. Now I originally designed this as an 8 by 6, and I'll talk about that one in a minute, but this was what I ended up with. I'm going to redo this so it's all one color, so I'll probably do a blue version of it and a grey version of it, because I really like these panels that came with the space set. These are the more recent corrugated panels, as they're called. They're pretty awesome. I really like the look of them. Definitely get a lot more of those. They don't come in grey, strangely, yet. They come in lots of colours but not grey. Funny one, that one. Then over here we've got some kind of pressurized container. I kind of used these lovely green panels I had. I've been wanting to use them in something, and they just really worked well with this white and this black contrast, so that was really good. There's a bit more detail to go in that one in a minute. Here we've got a power transformer, and that one I'm pretty proud of. I will talk about that one again in more detail in a second. And over here we have a very large engine for something, possibly a boat, who knows. So let's start off with the big shipping container one here. Now, as I said, this is 16 by 6, and I've gone with 6 because it fits on these carriages nicely. Now, I'll just talk about this quickly. This was actually something I made a while back, just sort of playing, and this is the chassis from one of my police lorry sets that I didn't really want the lorry anymore, but it actually worked perfectly for this. I think it's been used like this before, but yeah, it's absolutely perfect for that size. So it needs some detailing along the side and things like that. Now I know the Maersk train has a carriage like this, but I think that one's brick built. I don't think that's one of these. I'm certain this has been used like this before, because it's obviously designed to be that way. But this just fits absolutely perfectly in there. What you have to actually often see with these kind of things where they're sunken like this is, you'll see a second one on the top there. Now I will do that, but I have to modify my bridge to make that work, because it becomes too tall to go through the bridge. As it goes, the edge of the transformer actually is millimeter perfect on the bridge currently, so but putting 2 of these in, I need to raise it by about 3 bricks, so I'll probably do that at some point. Just means I've got to buy more bricks, yay. But in terms of the design, it's pretty straightforward. I've just got these 5 corrugated panels here, then a spacer, and then the actual hinge mechanism here, and the doors themselves are actually just attached via those. They're 1x1 modified hook pieces. I actually wanted to use the brick pieces, but I didn't have any, so I'm ordering some of those so I can do it properly when I do the next version of it. But yeah, the doors, I want to have 3 of them as well, obviously, so this door is properly hinged all the way down. But I tried to put a bit of detail on this as well. I thought this was a perfect piece to have as like one of those locking mechanisms. So it actually looks like it does something. You can swivv it around there, whatever, but I wanted to make it open. Now I'll show you the inside, although I had run out of pieces, so you can see I've used a 2 by 6 there to make it work. But yeah, that's fully open, so you can put things in there if you want to. I've gone with a design where I've lifted this up ever so slightly so it gets this nice smooth finish here. Otherwise the studs would have made it kind of really uneven, and as you can see, it actually shuts really perfectly there. Now I've seen lots of these containers around. I don't know if anyone else has done it this way, but this was just what I did with the parts I had. You can see what I mean about those 1x1 bricks there. I need to buy more of those. This was me playing and having a lot of fun, I have to say, sitting in front of the telly the other night till 3 in the morning. Yes, I'm a Lego nerd. I'm addicted to Lego. I'm free to admit it. I've just left these on the bottom just because it makes it sit up a bit nicer there. If they sit flat, they'll get a bit snug. And one thing you can also do is just put a couple of the 1x2 single stud pieces on there, just to give it some clutch power as well, so it will sit on there. Now, there's not a lot else to report about this carriage. I'm going to change this truck. It's one I built ages ago, and I was like, I mean, I was going to get rid of it because it's actually the biggest carriage I've got in my whole city. So this is going to get a rebuild. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this piece or actually brick build it. We'll see, but I do want to add some more detail, like make use of these handles and things like that, add some more detail to it. I'm going to make this into a fully grey container and then do a fully blue container as well. And I'm going to make more of them because I think these are really smashing design. You can put lots and lots of these in the city, but I have realised I'm going to have to increase my gantry crane to make that work. Next up, I've got 3 random things I've built. Now, I actually started with this one. As I said at the beginning, I made the criteria of these that they had to be on a 6x8 plate. And the reason for that is, this is actually the train carriage that came with the 60052 train, and it came with these 4 little pallets that were 4x8. So I went with 8x6, and that way they sit perfectly on these studs, as you see. So that was why I did it, so it actually fits perfectly. Now this one's actually 8 wide, which is fine because it's within the train track, and as I said, it fits around everything on my track, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. Now this is my first attempt at building a cylinder. I think I did a half decent job on this one. I had loads of these green curved plates, which I really like, and I wanted to do something different with them. And this was perfect, I think. I'm pretty proud of how I did it actually, because these end pieces are on there perfectly, and it let me have a support in the middle here. You can see I've got a pressure gauge here, there's a warning light, there's a hose coming out here, and then there's a little lever here. Now I went with a grey lever on that one just because it made it stand out a bit more, and I did try a black one but it got a bit lost. I thought the grey made it really pop. And then I've just used these these white grid pieces on the end, just really kind of make it look like it means something, and you can stack things on top of it that way really easily as well. So again, you can put that in your container yard and have a whole stack of these. So I'm going to build a few more of these as well because I think they're rather cool. I've seen some people who've done like really big containers, but I wanted to work with the small size because I have a small city and there's no point in me building massive containers when I can't use them. Next up we have this, which is just a little engine I put together. I was just kind of trying to think, well, how can I make it work? I'm not going to obviously make a working engine at this scale. I don't think that's actually possible. I'm happy to be proved wrong on that one. But I thought using these Technic plates here, these look like the piston heads, so that's fine. I was thinking I might put some studs in there just to make it look like it's a bit more like an engine, and possibly have some hoses or something on one end just to make it look there. And I had this fan piece just randomly lying around, thought perfect. So again, it's a fairly simple one. That one didn't take me too long to put together, but I just thought it looked really nice and something that you would carry on a train. It could make a much bigger version of that one. Now the one I'm really proud of is this one. And this is a power transformer, as you can see. Now I've made it very small, and I think I'm going to make a few more of these because they will be perfect. Now this was inspired by a video I saw the other day. Mostly these panels on the end they'd done, I thought looked awesome. And it took me a couple of goes to figure out how they did it, but actually it's just these 6 plates here with a flat plate there, and it just gives this really awesome grill effect. I think that looks really rather good. So yeah, that's how that works. And then inside here, I've put this on the end here. As far as I can see, most power transformers have something like this on the end of them. You don't generally have these right up to it, but it just worked well because I could put this piece through the middle here. I just think that looked really cool. I'm going to put a gauge on the end there, but I've actually run out of gauge tiles. So I actually was thinking about putting a whole like panel in there, but I don't have a piece to do that with. So it could work. And I've just used a grey plate on the bottom there just to finish it off. But yeah, I'm really proud of that one. I think that looks really cool. So yeah, that was my my first attempt at adding some cargo items to my city. I think I'm rather chuffed with them. So I've got a quick video just showing it running in my city. Please comment below to let me know what you thought of this. If you've got any suggestions for more cargo I can build, I've got lots in the pipeline. I've got cement ones, I've got nuclear things to carry. I want to build a load more of these out. I just want things like that I can just put in and out of the city in my updates to make it feel like things are changing and moving all the time. I've got 2 boats I want to try and get into my harbour somehow, so again, these are perfect size for that as well. It's all built with that kind of sizing in mind to make sure it works with everything I have. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. I do post regularly. I'm GJBricks. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like so YouTube knows you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.